tuning into BaisWave.
Hi everyone, I'm Emilie.
And I'm Filip.
And we both work for BaisWave, the podcast of bases. And we have some special guests today.
We invited Luca and Micah, the organizers of the Derby of the Century, which is a football match between IRO and IS.
It will take place next week on the 11th of April, and beforehand we wanted to know why this event is happening.
To which charity the proceeds go, and what they set out to accomplish.
Please tell us, who are you and what are you doing here?
I'm Micah. I'm first year IS student. I'm very interested in football and organizing things, and that's why I decided to organize this event together with
Luca. I'm an IS student, just like Micah, same class, Latin America, represent. We both really are excited about this project, and we're excited to answer all these questions about it.
Great, so thank you for being here. So we would like to start.
Why are you organizing the Derby?
Well, we first saw the idea on the website of Basis actually last year. They advertised.
Oh, you saw it? I never.
Yeah,
I never
they like advertised that it was happening last year, and when I saw that, like that's like something that I'm like really passionate about. So like throughout the year, I kept on asking like when is it happening, whatever. But it seemed like it was just kind of there, but not like actually a thing.
How it actually happened? Like, I can't lie, I low-key dreamed this. Like, I was just like,
Yeah.
this would sound like epic, right? And then we were in the same class, and I just turned to him, and we kind of both had like the epiphany at the same time, like, we should have a fucking IRO game or like some sort of school game, and everyone went, yeah. It was like Leo and Rick as well, and we just had this like eureka moment at the same time.
Yeah, and it was like so perfect because like I've like said it to other people before, like, oh, we should try like an IS IRO game, and I was like, yeah, fun idea, and then it ended. But like when like we in Latin America had the idea, it was like immediately like the four of us, we were like, okay, so like
It was like the Spider-Man meme. We all pointed at each other.
let's actually like do this,
and
you know?
let's
Let's
do
take
this.
action.
And like day one, we started really proactively, like really.
Next up, what do you want to accomplish by organizing this?
I think actually, not only is there, there's two aspects. I think there's the short-term charity help that we are hoping to amount, the proceeds, and just give them to the charity, because who doesn't like helping kids. But at the same time, the main goal is to do this so well that even after me and Rick and everyone else who's worked on this first year, second year, third year is gone, the formula is so like cemented that the right people can pick it up and do it year and year and year and actually make it an institution, make it a part of the Leiden culture, and make it bigger every year.
Yeah, because like you see in other countries like America, South Africa, like college football, like any sport basically is like super big, like the fans basically go crazy there, and it's like one of the things that I've kind of like missed while like always having like studied in the Netherlands. So we are hoping to create that. So this year we're already like hoping to have much support, and then we hope that from here on out it's only going to grow and actually be like institutionalized into the uni almost.
Yeah.
That like everyone
honestly,
who might start.
Honestly, next year, if this is big enough, next year, a third year, Leiden, like we slapped the Leiden logo, and it's like they actually help us maybe get a bigger venue, they support, they give us like some funding, because right now a lot of it is out of pocket.
The possibilities are endless.
We don't even have sponsors yet, but I know we can get them for sure.
For sure.
It's very ambitious. Could you tell us more about the charity that you're supporting and where the money is going to?
Yeah, so there's been a bit of an adventure with the charities, because first we landed on Lions International, which is, when I searched it up, one of the biggest charities I think on planet Earth. It was created like more than 100 years ago. They have like genuine financial backing of like millions. They send millions to all over the world, so they're like very serious. But they have subsidiaries all over the world, with 5 in the Netherlands, 1 in The Hague, and I've actually done a lot of charity back in high school, specializing with kids with disabilities or impoverished families, backgrounds where they couldn't get access to things like sports, actually. So it was sports related. And I would go to this little town in Romania called Bistrița, where we'd it's called the Innocence Olympiad, and it would be like 500 kids, and it's all volunteer work, and we'd set up races and basketball and paint their faces and all that, and like I fell in love with it. I started doing that since I was 12, right? And I saw that they had their subsidiary branch in The Hague was based for kids with disabilities to play sports, and I was like, that hit really close to home. And it sounds beautiful. It's right here. It's local. Why not? Like, there's no reason to say no, right? No. And you like I showed you the website. They were super legit and everything. They also had a really cool logo, might add. So it looked good for optics. But anyway, but they got to us really, really late. Clearly because they're a bit like high profile. So because in a crunch time, we swapped to the Loche. Can you pronounce it?
Loche.
There you go.
Loche.
Thank you, Mr. Dutchman. They're also a child-focused charity. Really helpful, really active, actually. Responded immediately. You see from their feed, they're always active. They're always doing something in the Hague community, and we really love that. We really like people who are actually like participating. It's not just a front, right? And we're like, this is perfect. This is like it's a blessing in disguise that we can get the first guys. We're still trying to talk to them because we'd like to bring the kids for the game. Probably not this game, but next game, we walk them out as mascots, and then they can watch the entire game. Maybe we kick them out when the drinking starts, but for the game, I think it would be a wonderful, wonderful endeavor.
That's always next year.
There's always next year, but yeah, that is, I think, to sum it up.
A small amount of the funds go into organizing, but we think like 80 to 90% should be going to charity in the end. And I think it's so great that we can organize something that's fun for not only us as the players, but also for the fans, hopefully, including the party and stuff. But we can help kids in poverty in the meantime as well.
We've garnered a bit of money, it's a pretty chunk, and I just know that helps a lot of kids. That's why I'd like to, next year we're hoping to raise. This year we kept the prices low just so people bite, There's the first ones on the house, but we'd really like to increase the price just to gain more money to give to charity. It's we're not trying to be greedy. It's just it's a better outcome. But yeah, that is it.
From who did you really receive support? Or is it really just you guys as a team who are organizing it? Or has the university helped?
Oh, right. Okay.
So we started with just the group of us four, so Luca, me, and then Rick and Leo from IS. And quickly we realized, if we want to do an IS versus IRO game, we need IRO people. So from the IRO side, we now got Kobe, Milo, and Hannah, who are organizing their part. And then the kind of what we thought would be the most difficult step to take in this process was to actually get a location to play the match, because we didn't know whether that would be possible. But honestly, we sent some mails to different places.
Our guardian angel.
Yeah, and then all of them were kind of positive, but one, the Vredenburg, where it is in the end, they were so helpful. So Vredenburg, they were from the start in their first response mail to us, they were already talking about we can do this, we can do that, we can help with this and that. And we were already we have to choose them almost. They're so hyped for it. And then we went to visit it and to speak with the guy. And they are so first of all, it's free. We can rent it out for free, which is something we never actually expected.
That was our number one fear, or our number one expense.
Yeah,
that was the prognosis. We're gonna have to spend the most on the pitch.
Mm-hmm. And then they can provide us with balls. They can provide us even with personnel behind the bar and stuff. They can provide us with the pitch, in the first hand, flags, bibs to wear in the warming up. They can basically do everything, and they keep the beers really cheap.
Yeah.
Due to them, we can actually make the price as good as it is now, because we didn't need to spend anything basically on them.
He's a real trooper, and clearly business isn't as booming on an average Friday for this guy. So he's can you come in Friday? We can do this every Friday if you want. I can bring a barbecue. You want barbecue? You want ribs?
They were immediately even presenting us if you want to make a weekly tournament on a Friday out of this.
We got lucky. The jolliest Dutchman I've ever heard and I've ever seen, and he's helping us. But it's answer that support thing. There's just a lot of people who actually love the idea, and even people who have no idea. didn't know about it and then just heard, and they're like, oh, this is actually really quaint. You know, I'm totally gonna come.
We're gonna also have to do a small shout out to HVV. It's the football team where me and a lot of others in The Hague are playing right now. They are also providing us with kits for the match because we only have kits for one team, and just like their support basically is also really helpful.
What kind of organizational difficulties or triumphs have you had so far? How has the experience been?
It's been a mixed bag, but it's more good than bad, right?
Yeah, for sure.
But it's a really good learning experience for, you know, the real world and jobs where you have to interact with people and like sort of intra communication between different fields, right? Different like, you know, and you feel like it was like Severance, bro. If you guys watched that.
Yeah.
But it was like getting a hold of people that you've like. I mean, most of the people I met them for the first time there, you know. So it's like you don't have that basis of like Micah is my friend. I can just like, yo, what's up, bro? Because we have half of our classes together. I can get in contact with them. People are really hard to get a hold of sometimes. They're like weasels, you know. Like you can't. Sorry to call my team weasels, but it's just they're good at sneaking out of like doing things, right? So learning to be a bit strict and be like, we have something to do.
But
a lot of people are pulling their weight. You aren't, you know, trying to motivate that sort of ethos.
Yeah, I think like the fact that we and also like Rick and Leo were all really active. We're all really like. You know, like we have divided the task a bit and we're all like really going for it. And I think that's the reason why this is actually like we are pulling it off now.
That's
because
a triumph.
Last year actually, like I talked to some people that were trying to organize it last year and it ended with like a small 5v5 match without any like spectators or whatever. And I think it's mostly due to like our like actual will and like perseverance to like actually go for it, you know, like contact this and that, like advertise in lectures, you know, go up to people to talk about it and just like make it like live in the uni basically, so that it, like people are talking about it, and I think due to that it's actually happening.
We're also just doing things that no one's like. I'm not saying making tickets is revolutionary. It's not, trust me. But it kind of is in this setting. Like I pulled up with these tickets I printed, right? Nice quality. I see it in your phone case.
In my phone case.
Yeah, it looks really nice, doesn't it? And I started giving them out, and some people are like, they almost laugh because they didn't expect this level of like commitment and passion. They're like, no way, bro.
You know? I remember you guys are professionals.
It's like, yeah, maybe we're trying to like. How can you put down a commitment and passion like this? And it's like a creative endeavor. And
I remember like
new things.
I talked to this guy that works at the uni gym, and like I talked to him just like, oh, we are organizing an IS versus IRO match. Would you maybe like want to like advertise it or like talk to people about it? And he was like, you know, like yeah, just being friendly. But like you could just tell that he kind of thought like, you know, like what is this? And then we actually like showed him the ticket yesterday.
Yeah.
And like you could tell like he was
that's
actually
where
like,
it clicks.
Like, dang, it's kind
that's
of
where it clicks.
You know, like when you show people that and you tell them like this many people bought a ticket already, that's when they realize like, oh, like it will actually be like a big thing.
It's
Not
legit.
just these football crazy guys that just want like, it's just like almost forcing people to show up. Like it's actually a big thing.
It really goes a long way.
It made me like more like extrovert as well. Like you just
nice.
like you just walk up to people and like say like, you know, like, do you have the ticket already? Do you know about this match? You explain some stuff, and I don't know, like
kind of
It's
forcing
good. It's a
people
good
into
public
it.
speaking exercise.
for
That's
sure.
for sure. For the introverts, this is how you bloom out of your shell, your cocoon.
if you have like a similar or not even similar, if you have a big idea of something you want to organize, honestly, just try to think like big, a bit like realistic,
But
but still
actually
like
try to
go for it.
Try to think small for a second. It's like, what's the first step? Sometimes you just have to Google it. I mean, now we have never employed ChatGPT. I might say we are an AI free
AI-free
institution.
organization.
Everything has been designed by hand. I just have to say, we value like hard human work, the best work. But there's even AIs that like make you a plan. Like they can really dumb it down, and they are useful, right? But you just have to break it down into simple spots. Like, how do I make tickets? Or you ask someone that knows. I think the main thing is actually, you just learn so much from asking other people.
Yeah.
Everyone has a little bit of knowledge. You go to people who've done this at least a bit before. I went to the basis people. How do you use your tickets? Eventix. Okay, pull up Eventix. Did it take me like 2 days to figure out their silly AI UI? Yes. But do I know how to use it now? Yes. Are we at 208 tickets now? Yes. You know, it's like, it's just little steps, and you learn, and it's
And I would
fun.
assume that
Well,
like you designed the tickets, right?
Yeah.
I would assume that that's also not something that you like do on a daily basis.
No, I learned a
So
lot of
that's
Photoshop
awesome.
tricks. I felt like a wizard. Like I was talking with you, with Rick, with Leo. We're really using this experience not only for like the end product, but honestly, it is the journey, not the destination.
Yeah.
Not to be cliche, because I'm just maxing out the amount of skills I can give a try and try to get into, like Photoshop. I want to do like editing. We're designing for posters.
We have like an
talking to
Instagram
people.
page now as well, which we are
Social
planning
media
to get us
handling.
some like content, which is like something that we're also not like used to necessarily.
Yeah.
But you know, we gotta like try out and see how it goes
And
for sure.
there's so much. There's like, we're gonna make for next year, we want to make kits and stuff, so it's like we're gonna get into that sort of design, a lot of like creative focused things, but like that's really what I like. I mean, you know, I don't know about Mika, but for me, for example, IS, I didn't choose this course because like it's an end goal. It's because it's like, it's one of these vague courses with so many people, you know, from everywhere, so I can just take a little bit from everyone and actually use that for like what I really want to do, you know, creative things.
The
So
real international studies was the friends we made along the way.
amen.
Amen.
Hallelujah to that. So it's about that, really. And we're also learning that sometimes you hit that wall, you know, and you need to help. You get people behind you, and you get over it. Not to like sound like David Goggins or something, you know, but like sometimes you oopsies, or people drop out, and you have to fill in, and just like learning from these negative, you know.
Yeah, but
encounters.
honestly, we have to like be honest. I think a lot of things really went our way
Easy,
in this because, and honestly, like I'm enjoying like my time going to uni like so much now. Basically, like you know, it's like there's so much hype around it, like especially within our organization, but even the people like outside of it, I feel like, you know, everyone is just like, you know, everyone is just happy. Everyone is like hyped about it basically. But yeah, like it's going really well. Like we got the pitch for free and stuff, but yeah.
There's still a lot of things on our mind though, because you know it has to happen. There's still like things like security details, you know, like how do you keep people in check? What if someone gets hurt? What if like you bring alcohol
Someone
on the
gets
pitch
really
when
drunk.
these sort of things, like they're on my mind 24/7, because I've never taken care of 250 plus people, you know what I mean? It's technically slightly our responsibility, you know, and it's gonna be even harder.
I mean,
while
it is our
we're
responsibility.
playing for 90
Yeah.
minutes. How are we gonna keep an eye? You know what I mean? So it's like you have to find trusted
And
people.
After party as well, like we are
So much.
hoping, and what my experience is from like the uni parties is that people kind of behave themselves pretty well. But you know, like people could get into fights, get really drunk, and that is still our responsibility to then make sure that everything actually goes through. Because right now it all seems like perfect and
it's
through roses
sunshine and
glasses,
rainbows,
but
you know,
it still actually has to go through and actually happen in a good.
There's a lot that you have to think about, that's for sure.
As the great late Kobe said, job's not done.
Beautiful.
Okay, everything that you've told us so far sounds absolutely amazing. Could you also tell us about the players? Who is actually playing and how are you training them?
Because a bit of the football specialist.
Like from the IRO side, we are not sure. Like we organized the whole match together, but like the team we kind of
we
split.
keep it separate, which I like, because then it's like it breeds this idea of like us and them. We need to like get better, you know. There's like, because while it's like we're all together now, we're all one big family. At the same time, we're not, because we're trying to build this like idea and this institution of
it's the derby of the century for a reason. Like
it's like
we're
charity,
friends,
but it's like
for
at the same
90
time,
minutes we
for
won't
90
be
minutes we're
friends.
not friends. Exactly. we're cutthroat, you know.
Yeah. So we got our trials this Friday coming up. We just basically advertised to people. Do you think you would be good to play? Do you want to play? Sign up, see whatever happens. I think like about 25 people are gonna show up on Friday, and yeah, like I guess
More quality over quantity, because I've heard nut figures from IRO. They've got like 50, 60 plus.
yeah. So we wanna
You
get
know,
a
cannon
squad of
fodder.
16,
They're cannon fodder.
16 people to go into the match.
That's all you need.
So unfortunately,
Sweet
we
16.
gonna have to cut a few players that signed up. But yeah, hopefully we can like.
But we
bring-
love them that they came and they gave us like they helped us train.
And we hope that they
were
still
there,
come to support, even
Yeah.
if they don't get into the
There's
team
some
into
people
the
who are
end.
like, I don't even really play football. Well, I'll come and I'll play. And I'm like,
Yeah,
that's
that's what we
really,
need.
really
That's what we love.
appreciate it. I will always appreciate someone who like doesn't have the skill but can put 120% in over someone who's really good and doesn't show up.
Oh yeah, that is. We are selecting, of course, based on like quality, but mostly on like the
Heart.
Yeah, the heart that you put into the
gut.
match. Like there was a reason why in the sign-up sheet for the team there was like, how much do you like want to actually beat IRO? Like honestly, if you don't put a 10 out of 10,
We don't need you.
maybe you're not the right man for the job, but we'll see. Yeah, we need people that give like 120%. We've got substitutes. We're gonna do rolling subs.
You got people from the football club as well.
Mhm.
Like
If
this
you're
is the thing.
tired, you can go out.
Like
so.
there's gonna be I'm not saying this is like La Liga or like a Champions League level football, right? But at the same time we have ballers. We have some ballers from like
Mhm.
Micah plays on 2 teams, man. Like, you know what I mean? Like people that play a lot of football are going to play. Like that's at least 50%, you know?
If we sell that many tickets, we want to deliver some kind of quality
Yeah.
football on the pitch as
And
well.
I think there's
And
gonna be some
hopefully a good
flair.
win.
I really believe in it, you know. I'm just a defender. I'm like just scrappy, like, but I just know that you guys are gonna pull off some like crazy moves.
And we hope that the fans are gonna hype us up. If
Yeah.
Luca makes a crunching tackle on the ball, we need some
Yeah.
like hype,
For
some
sure.
screams from the crowd. If someone
Absolutely.
makes like a nice nutmeg,
That's where we're trying to add a soundboard when things happen because I think that's hilarious. Like someone gets tackled, it's like headshot. Yeah.
So you guys are feeling confident.
Oh yeah.
yes, very
There's
confident.
no other way to feel.
So
You have to be confident. If someone doesn't feel confident, like you're out of the team.
So are we taking the trophy home then? on
We are
April
taking
We
the
are
trophy home,
most
for
definitely
sure.
taking it home. Yes. Inscribing our name into
You
it.
can expect like a 4 or 5-0 win.
Wow. No comment.